Have there been difficult days in your journey and how have you made it through?
I've had some very, tough times working and doing this work, but I think it's overall been 100% worth it. I would not change a thing. And I continue to be really grateful for how things have gone. But I think the biggest stress for me has probably just been within my own sort of mind. Like, I think it's very difficult to process the magnitude of how what I do impacts other people. So for example, I was in Chicago a few weeks ago hosting the NEA Civil and Human Rights Awards dinner. So it was 1,400 teachers in a room celebrating all of their accomplishments, some that were working towards period equity. And this wonderful teacher, Miss Laffin, who had helped publish the first period equity legislation in the history of Hawaii schools. So they now have free menstrual products. Like, a lot of people don't know about stories like that. And it was just an amazing night to learn about all sorts of organizations, educators, unions that were, focused and committed to doing this work, and that there are real people out there that are changing real lives. Like, if you once you publish a bill, pass a bill like that, where you are now putting free, menstrual products in every classroom in Hawaii, that is incredible. Like, that's an incredible feat. And a lot of people don't really get to hear about those things. So when I do work like that, when I'm in a room that is full of teachers that they all know who I am, because I'm the national ambassador for Read Across America, which is NEA's biggest campaign, and they are the largest labor union in our entire country. It's like, it's really interesting to feel so much love at once. Like, it's just so many people that really, really feel the same way I do. But then I also can think back to 2 weeks before that, how I'm sitting in my classroom in AP Gov, just trying to like get the bathroom pass so I can go to the bathroom because I'm tired and I want to fix my hair. Like, that these two things are happening at once. And there's some rooms where I feel so supported and so loved and so valuable. And I feel like all of my accomplishments are the best thing in the world and that I've changed the world forever. And there's some times where I'm just like, I just want to go to sleep. Like, I just want to go to sleep and I just want to do my homework and I just want to, you know, get to go out with my friends and not think about any of these things and not have that ability to recognize issues as they're happening. Because that's also a kind of another thing, is that if something like racist occurs, unlike other people, I have no ability to like stop myself from I cannot internalize that. Like, I will not allow people to just hurt me, or to say things that I know are deeply rooted in their own hatred of my people. I will not allow that. So this year during high school, in my senior year, I had organized a protest with five of my other friends against a do-rag ban that we had in our school, where our Black principal said that, if you wouldn't wear a do-rag to a job interview, so why would you wear it to school? And it was essentially this entire attack on professionalism and white standards of success within a public school, and essentially saying that the only unprofessional clothing in the entire world were do-rags, bonnets, and headscarves, and not pajama pants and not crop tops and not anything like that, but a specific attack on Black clothing and Black cultural headwear. And once that happened, I was so upset because I never wanted to have to do that in my own school. I never wanted to have to protest because I knew that the second anything like that happened, there was no way for me to stay silent. Like, there was no way. I have not only my own personal desires and that same responsibility to do something, but also the expectation and the understanding that I am known as an activist. So I cannot just let things like this happen. I can't, because that's even more damaging to the underclassmen that know that there's an activist in their school, and then their principal is publicly making these racist comments, and then the activist does nothing about it. Like, I have to stand up. I have to speak up, and I have to help other people that want to speak up. And that's okay. Like, that is something that is a really wonderful gift to have. But during that time, I was so stressed out. I had to go to the day after the protest, or the night of the protest, I flew to California to speak at USC. And then I flew right back home after I finished speaking. And basically from that point on, well, the day that one of my friends told me that they wanted to do a protest and that I was going to help, that I had decided I was going to help them, my life has been a complete like whirlwind, because the way that our country is sort of shifted, if we think of how things were in March to now, there's this constant Like there's a constant threat of inequality. There's a constant threat of violence against one part of my identity or the other that day. Like every day I can wake up and find one way that me being Black or a woman, or even if it's me being left-handed, is not beneficial to the way that I live in this world. And that's a tiring thing to understand. But then I get to go and host and dance in front of a bunch of teachers and laugh and make jokes with them and get to know that how much my videos like have impacted them and their students. And it's a really weird push and pull because nobody else is experiencing what I'm experiencing with this sort of, the high school, what I was experiencing with the high school, kind of going back and forth and back and forth, and continuing to be really focused on my education while also wanting to be normal. I just need to learn how to let go of that desire to be normal is really the only thing that I still need to work on. And I think it's made this process harder for me is the ability to do both also means that I'm always partially missing something. Like I could partially commit, I could commit myself more to my work, or I could commit myself more to my friends. I could commit myself more to going to Harvard in the fall. I could commit myself more to trying to be a model. Like everything is sort of spread out. And I know it's because I have a gift or a talent that like allows me to do those things, but it makes it difficult still at the end of the day. And it makes it mentally very taxing in a way that I don't think it needs to be and is really my work to solve and I hope to solve in the future.